Hey everyone, and welcome to Multiverse Media, the channel that covers all things Marvel, DC, The Boys, and more. I'm Asher Friedberg, and today I will be breaking down all of the Knightmare sequences from Zack Snyder's Justice League, and what they might mean for the possible future of the DC Extended Universe. Before we begin, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share to help our channel grow. In case you were confused by these Knightmare scenes, I'll give a little background. We were first introduced to this Knightmare reality back in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. In this reality, we saw a grizzled Batman fighting against the forces of Darkseid in a post-apocalyptic Earth. Batman appears to be leading a resistance here, when they suddenly turn on him and are attacked by an army of Parademons. We next see Batman taken prisoner, when Superman appears. Superman, acting abnormally evil, tells Batman, "She was my world, and you took her from me." He then proceeds to take off his cowl and kill him. Bruce Wayne then wakes up, revealing it was all a dream, when the Flash from this timeline breaches into Bruce's cave through the Speed Force. The Flash tells him Lois is the key, before realizing he is too early. Bruce wakes up from yet another dream, now alone. Now, at the time, this was really confusing. When I first saw this, I barely put together that this was even the Flash in that portal. Lucky for us, Zack Snyder's Justice League continued this story thread, and there is a lot to unpack, so I'll break down all the scenes down in chronological order. The first time this Knightmare reality is mentioned is when Batman explains his vision to Wonder Woman. He explains that it didn't feel like a dream, but a premonition. He tells her that the Flash appeared, and said that Lois Lane was the key. Wonder Woman took this to mean that she is the key to his heart, which would make sense as she was the key to returning Superman back to normal after his resurrection. Batman responds saying he doesn't think that's it, and that it was something darker. This would be proved true, as in a later sequence, we would see Superman cradling Lois Lane's corpse, and Joker mentioning outright that their mission is to prevent Lois Lane's death to prevent this timeline, but I'm getting ahead of myself. What we get from this scene is foreshadowing on exactly how Lois Lane was the key. We'll talk about the specifics of her fate in a bit. The first actual Knightmare sequence we got kicks off with Cyborg trying to hack into the Mother Box so that the League can resurrect Superman. As he hacks it, he receives a vision of the future. He sees the Unity being formed, leading to Earth being terraformed into a planet like Apokolips, ultimately wiping out the majority of Earth's population. The next shot shows Darkseid sitting on his throne, seemingly on Apokolips, but could very well be Earth now that the Earth's landscape has been changed drastically. In the next shot, we see a dead Wonder Woman being burned in the ritual of the Amazons. If you take a look at Wonder Woman's sword, that actually isn't her sword, but the Sword of Ares. This makes sense, as in a planned sequel to this film, Wonder Woman would become the new god of war. As the shot pulls out, we can actually see Darkseid on his ship watching the funeral of Wonder Woman. Knowing Darkseid, he is taking great joy in watching Wonder Woman burn. The fact that the Amazons don't react to the arrival of Darkseid points to how the world has succumbed to Darkseid's will, as there isn't even a hint of anger towards Darkseid in this scene. In the next shot, we see the death of Aquaman, being stabbed with his own trident. If you look closely here, this isn't the trident he uses in the Snyder Cut, but the trident he would eventually go on to receive in his solo film. Darkseid then uses his Omega Beams to kill another Atlantean. Looking closely at this Atlantean, it looks like it could possibly be Vulko, who appeared earlier in this film. It's really hard to make out exactly who it is, but the armor and the hair certainly matches. Following this, we see Superman cradling the corpse of who appears to be Lois Lane. He is breaking down in a similar position he once did in Man of Steel, as Darkseid approaches him. If you look behind Darkseid, you can actually see the Robin suit, meaning this scene takes place in the Batcave. Also, I noticed Superman is wearing his black suit in this scene, so it makes me wonder how soon after the events of Justice League this scene takes place, or how long Superman continues to wear the black suit. He was seen wearing it at the end of the Snyder Cut, but in the Knightmare timeline, he will later be seen back in his red and blue suit. The reason that Superman isn't trying to murder Darkseid in this scene is because now that Darkseid has broken Superman's will, he now has succumbed to the anti-life equation, and is made a servant of Darkseid. In the final shot of this Knightmare sequence, we fly over the ruins of the Hall of Justice. which we find out at the end of this film was Wayne Manor. There's a lot to unpack with this shot. First, we can see a deceased Green Lantern with a large wound. This Green Lantern appears to be Kilowog, and based on his body being on the Hall of Justice, we can guess he at one point joins the Justice League before his demise. Here, we can also again see Aquaman's trident, the one from his solo film, and Wonder Woman's broken shield. Finally, we see Superman, who appears to be back in his red and blue suit here, flying above the ruins, holding the cowl of Batman. This means this scene could take place right after Superman killed Batman in Bruce's premonition, as right before his death, Superman took his cowl. As the shot fades out, we see the Earth being mined for materials by apocalyptic devices. After the Justice League had stopped Darkseid's invasion, killed Steppenwolf, and started to return to their normal lives, we saw yet another Knightmare sequence. In this sequence, Batman is a part of a resistance that consists of survivors from the Justice League, their allies, and even enemies. Batman is joined by Cyborg, the Flash, Mera, Deathstroke, and yes, the Joker. In this film, the Flash is seen wearing an armored suit, which I believe is an upgrade he made after being shot several times throughout the film, which nearly caused Steppenwolf to succeed. Mera is seen wielding Aquaman's trident now that he has been killed, and Deathstroke can be seen in a much dingier suit of armor. As Mera and Batman fight about losing loved ones, the Joker taunts Batman about his killing of Robin. While Batman does manage to keep his cool, he retorts with Harley Quinn's last wish, being that Batman kills Joker slowly and painfully. This reveals that not only does Harley Quinn die in this Knightmare timeline, but that she was with Batman, likely as a member of their resistance. The reason that Joker is a part of this team is revealed to be that he has the means to stop Lois Lane's death, and prevent this entire timeline from taking place. He then pulls out his signature Joker card, claiming it is a truce between the two of them. The same card can actually be seen back in Cyborg's vision, where it can be seen ripped in half, signifying that their truce has come to an end, and Batman has likely killed the Joker. As the team begins to regroup, Superman appears as the Resistance readies their weapons, as Joker seemingly just laughs. Joker appears to have no real fear of Superman, likely because he is well aware of the fact that there are infinite timelines they are bound to create by reversing time and saving Lois Lane. This scene ends with Superman's eyes glowing red, and I can assume whatever takes place after this scene, that not all of these characters make it out alive. And that was my breakdown of Zack Snyder's Justice League's Knightmare sequences. If you guys found this interesting, let me know in the comments and I will make more videos like these. Thank you all for watching, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you all next time.